How do you use AI in real estate? Hmm. I use it all the time. Now, a little over 2 years, about 2.5 years ago, is when I first heard about AI and ChatGPT. And I jumped on board right away because I started to see, man, this can do a lot of stuff. It can think like I don't think, it can help me think. And that's what got me on a path. Now, since then, I've started teaching realtors on webinars how to get started with like ChatGPT and how to incorporate it into their business. And I teach them lots of different tools. And so many agents, there's kind of a split. So many agents are jumping on board and creating lots of tools and lots of money actually making and selling to agents all about how to do this in your business. Why would that be successful and why would they be doing that? Because it is it is our now, not our future. It's our now. And it's going at such a rapid pace, you can barely keep up with it. So, how do you do it? Well, you could take one of my classes. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll send you a recording of my latest one. Now, these are beginner classes, but they're still a little over an hour. And I have a guide that breaks it all down on how, number one, to create your ChatGPT to know you, act like you, basically, in a sense, be a clone of you intellectually, not where you've got a little body that's a clone, although those are available and your voice is available that can be completely copied. And the way that they're advancing all this technology, you're not going to be able to know the difference between me and my clone physically as well as verbally and intellectually. It's all going to be the same thing, which is another little side point. Be sure and have a safe word for all your family members because there are negative people out there that are going to turn that around. So a safe word is a good idea just in case I called and said, "Hey, someone stole all my money. Can you give me some money?" What's the safe word? Well, I'm not telling you mine. But anyway, that's important. So sidetracking that. The point is, you need to know how to do this. Now, there's an incredible system called Howsy AI. I have an affiliate link, which I'm very boldly sharing. And I don't care that they're going to pay me a little piece because it's going to benefit you. And you can cancel at any time. And it's your whole business in a package. You're going to want to take the classes. You're going to want to learn how to do it. It's got a CRM. If you're with EXP or your firm has KV Core, it interacts with it. It's all AI. This whole thing is about systems in your business. So that's one way, just running your business more effectively with systems and learning from the all the agents that are involved in that as well, because there's a collaboration within it, like teaching you new ideas of how to be more efficient. It too can create pictures in there. It can automate your emails, your responses, your texts, put it all into your CRM so that you're knowing what's up to date. It can update your calendar. It's amazing. For $99 a month, at least that's what it's priced this window in time, and that is April 25th, 2025. So everything's changing. That's why I'm putting dates on everything. That is a marvelous tool. Really recommend that you check it out. And I just saw there was a 70% savings on that for a short window in time, and you can have it free for 7 days to check it out. So do it. I'm going to encourage you to do that. What's the other one? Well, ChatGPT, number one, is my sole one. That's the one that I use. That's the one that I teach. And by creating that custom GPT where now it knows me, it knows all my systems, it's my buddy. We have full-on conversations. That's what it's like. It's like imagine having your marketing consultant and it only costs you $20 a month because that's what I pay for mine. That's the plus version. And I encourage you to do that. I'm not at the 200 a month version yet, and I hope I'm not at that level, but I like the 20. And I also follow different newsletters out there where they're talking AI. I follow Jonathan Mast, Whitebeard something is the name of his company, but man, he has a Facebook page called AI Prompts for Entrepreneurs. They're incredible. He also has a lot of classes. I've taken several. Those are paid for classes. And you just learn the concept of prompting. What's important when you're coming to mine is I'm teaching you the basics. But with my class, I give away a lot of freebies. There's prompts, there's how to structure a prompt. There's a lot of freebies that are already pre-built prompts where you can put in like a listing and you just give it the address, upload some pictures, and it does everything to prepare your listings so that you can input your description, you can do your flyer, you can do your social media, all of that. It's amazing. And that is a pre-built chat GPT. And there's tons of them. I teach you all of that stuff. Now, my beginner class is free at this window in time. It's getting pretty popular. But I also want to have an intermediate one. And I'm thinking that I'd like it to kind of be a mastermind where I'll have an outline of things that we'll be teaching, and then I want interaction in that class. It will be paid for. It'll be modest, but it'll be paid for because this is consuming a lot of my time and it's valuable. It's worth it. So if you're interested in that, just put a little note in the bottom that you're interested in that, and I'll send you the Google form that you can fill out. I haven't figured out a price. I haven't really figured out the plot yet, so it's in the beginning stages, but I'd love to have you there. The other thing is this Facebook group that I've got. It's called Real Estate Riches Collective, and that's where we're all sharing ideas in there. So in there, you will learn different ways that other agents are doing it. So that it's just AI is important for your real estate, and it's not overwhelming. Well, it may feel overwhelming, but once you dive in, you'll find out that it will teach you along the way. The perfect example is you can say, hey, I have no idea how to even ask you this. Could you teach me how to ask this? Okay, and it does. I tell it to treat me like I'm a fifth grader. I said, I need step by step, really basic stuff here to try and do something. The other day, I was out on a photo shoot for my newest listing, and the photographer had brought along his apprentice, and he'd left the gimbal, a big old gimbal, and the camera in the dining room, and the apprentice was supposed to put that on the gimbal and start taking a video through the house. Well, the apprentice couldn't figure out how to get it on. So I grabbed my phone, I opened up ChatGPT. I did the part where you can just push on it so it's live and it sees what's happening in the room. And I'm talking to it live, not typing it in. And I'm saying, do you see this gimbal right here? This is the apprentice. His name is Levi. We're trying to figure out how to mount that camera on there and work this. It walked us through step by step on what to do until the actual videographer came in and just did it in a nanosecond. But the point was, I was teaching him, you can use this to teach you stuff. This is how important it is. Oh my gosh, people, I'm telling you, it's so important in your business, and it's not difficult. Do you have to designate some time for it? Yes. But the time that you designate on learning it and doing it, let's say you devoted an hour a day, or you picked a day and you picked the morning. Okay, I'm diving into this. I'll take Cathy's class. It's recorded and free for you in YouTube. I'll have the link for that too. I keep changing them, and I am dating them, as I mentioned, because they keep changing and getting better. So I got a lot of freebies in mine too, and all you have to do is click on the link, because there's a downloadable guide in that video that's in the description of the YouTube video. You're going to want that guide, because I kind of go over things, because there's homework to do, that you go where you create your own ChatGPT, and it's a custom one just about you. And it's so important that you learn how to do that. And a lot of it is asking questions back and forth, learning all the basics, learning where to put things in here. How do you reference stuff that you did it before? Creating tasks. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's it. And if you're not using it, you're going to be in big trouble in this industry. I'm just going to tell you now. Because if you and I are in competition, we go on a listing appointment, I'm going to blow you right out of the water because of what I'm bringing to the table. The way that I can present to my clients and validate the price range that I'm coming up with, or validate why they need to get a new roof that's 20 years old and no insurance is going to cover that roof without waiving it. And then even having a hard time finding an insurance company to do that. And then think about that. If it was a loan, why does any lender want to have a house where the roof's not covered? No, I'm telling you, you need all this stuff, and it has deep research in there too. So you can learn stuff. I'm going to be doing a deep dive research on those roofs, as a matter of fact, because I just dealt with it with the last house. And I want to know all those scenarios in every state, because I do a lot of outgoing referrals. I want to know how that works so that when my next video is going to be all about roofs and the importance of doing that, so that realtors know how they have to be careful and they're not getting to the closing table and finding out that the loan's not going through and everything just falls apart. That's what all this could do. The deep research, the pictures, the writing your articles, writing your scripts, interacting with your clients, and you say, well, I don't like those spots. It's advancing so fast. It's getting so good. You've got to do it. So I'm going to have a lot of links for you below so that you'll be able to check out a lot of stuff. But my biggest hope is that you will subscribe and stay tuned for more. Share it with your friends, especially if you like this, and join that Facebook group and be a part of it. Be collective with us, be collaborating and grow because that's what you need to do in this business. If you're not growing, you're dying. So join us. Love to have you in there. Take care. See you on the next one.